What do you want to share with the community of LGBTQ+.
You know, I think so what I might say is a little controversial. So one, I think that it's always been unfair to us that we're the LGBTQ+, because one, there's so much diversity within that community, regardless of whether it's, you know, a class situation, ethnicity, who we actually love, or how we decide to love people. And so it's always been fair that we're kind of, you know, thrown into this like one cauldron, and we are expected to work in this unified aspect. So I think that it's always reasonable that, you know, different parts of the community might be more passionate about certain things at different times. For instance, when gay marriage was one of the biggest issues, it wasn't something that mattered to me because I was much younger and I wasn't thinking about getting married. Of course, now that I'm older and I'm married, I'm like, yes, we have to make sure marriage stays no matter what. And so I think for me, what I would say about the community is that we need to always remember that even though it's unfair that we've all been put together into this one group and we're supposed to be this one monolithic group, it is still important that we care and we're empathetic to all the different aspects of the group, that we educate ourselves, and that we are really passionate about the things that are going on with other folks, because it can happen to us. I mean, the age-old quote, which is, they came for my neighbor and I didn't say anything. And when they came for me, there was no one left for anyone to say anything. And so it's very important for us to continue to be woke, to be active, and really be angry so that we can make sure that we are all safe and that we can all succeed in this world.
Some people view Stonewall riots as a turning point for civil rights, for people's rights. We're coming on the 50th anniversary this year. Is there anything that you would like to speak to in the sense of what's left?
There's so much left. I mean, the fact that the Stonewall riots were, you know, the only reason they really happened, the only reason that someone was courageous enough to actually participate is because it was trans women who were the most downtrodden. And actually, it's not just trans women. It was trans women of color who were willing to step up and to fight for us before we were willing to fight for ourselves. So what's left is that we have to treat trans folks as well or better than we treat ourselves. Those are our kings and queens to a certain extent, who actually have always been willing to step up and do the actual work and the hard work that's so much more difficult than what we do.